Hi, I'm Susie, and I'm the National Shelter Director at Farm Sanctuary, and today we're going to discuss turkeys. It's our annual Adopt a Turkey time. We have a big program for our turkeys. We like to celebrate our turkeys this time of year because it's the time of year when so many of them are killed for food, and we want to make sure that people see turkeys the way we see them, as living, sentient beings. This is Daphne, and Daphne is one of our adopted turkeys this year. Daphne is from a local cruelty case, so she was actually confiscated by an SPCA officer. She was most likely being raised for a Thanksgiving dinner, which is very sad to think about. So now here she's actually going to have a Thanksgiving dinner, which is a really much better trade-off. Like, most people would prefer not to be eaten and actually be fed. So that's what we're doing with her. She's going to have a meal. Does that sound good? I thought so. One of the things that's changed so dramatically with turkeys, with the selective breeding, is they've made them really, really big. So they have really big breast meat, and it really throws off their weight. With the white turkeys, including Daphne here, even though she has toes, and when she was younger she could roost, she actually flew up on the fences. As she's getting older now, she's getting so heavy in her chest area that she really can't hold on and roost because her weight is too big. So she again is sleeping like the other girls. She sleeps on bales. They sleep on low areas like bales of straw because they can't go up high, which is their natural instinct, but the only reason they can't is because they are designed to be so much larger than a real turkey. When they come in the industry, what they do is they warehouse raise these birds. So to keep them from fighting, which would tear up the meat, they actually cut off the tip of the toes. They call it taking off the toenail, but they actually take off part of the toe. So they take off the tips of the toes and they de-beak them. Some of the farms have a microwaving system where they stick them in a machine that burns off the beak and burns off the toes with microwave. The most sensitive area on their body is their beak. That's like their fingertips. That's how they kind of explore the world and feel the world. So by taking that off, you're not only taking it off without anesthesia, but you're taking off their sensitive area, like the area that to them is feeling for everything on the planet. This is Velma, and Velma is one of our adopted turkeys this year also, and she's very, very sweet and very, very funny. She's a real character. So people, I think, will be very excited to meet her this year. They're very vocal with each other. They have like over 20 recognizable vocal sounds between each other. So they talk just like we talk. We just don't understand what they're saying as much as we understand each other. But they talk to each other all the time. So they vocalize. If there's a snake in the yard, they all surround the snake and make this high-pitched vocalization. I can be in the office and I know exactly what's happening, that something's in the yard that's scaring them. So you can come out and you know what they're trying to tell you. They're all so unique and so really incredible. And I think that's one of the things that we try to get people to see when they come to Farm Sanctuary is these are individuals. And when you're putting them in a warehouse with 100,000 of them, it's very hard to see them as individuals. But any one of them pulled out is. And so by seeing who they are and seeing their individual personalities, we're hoping that people recognize that since you really don't need meat in your diet, that this is an animal and a creature that has feelings, and the reason that they're put in this situation is because there's a demand for meat. By not eating them, you're not allowing that to happen. And by not eating them, you're being compassionate to them.